Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Wednesday, August 14th, 2019. I'm going off on this video, and this one might go for a little while, so you want to grab yourself a coffee, a couple of cigarettes, a bite to eat, or something, because today I am going to go on my crypto conspiracy theory, and I am just absolutely had it with some of these things here. What we're seeing on our page right now is just how absolutely ugly it is everywhere, and a lot of people have been saying for the longest time when we started to hear the words global recession, oh, all this money's going to come into the market and all of that. As we can tell, no. How is all the money going to come into the market when everybody's losing money, right? So what we'll do is we'll get our price of Bitcoin going up live in the screen here. We see Bitcoin at $10,068, and it's been a really, really rough day for Bitcoin as a whole. As you can see, the day low is at 9,985 from a previous high at 10,929, almost a $1,000 drop in the market. Okay, so where do we want to start today? This is going to be a heavy bitch and a heavy rant. So I need to start off first by saying, you know what? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own due diligence in this market. And my number one rule in this space, always double check that address bar before you hit the enter button, people. Okay, so on my video, since I started in the first week of January, I've talked about crypto conspiracy theories. I've talked about price suppression. Do what smart money does, but don't do what smart money says, because they're leading everybody into a trap. And our first article a day, this one was from last night, and this one is over at coindesk.com, and it goes on to say market intel from Goldman Sachs. Yeah, fucking Goldman Sachs suggests investors should capitalize on the current price dip and buy Bitcoin when it was sitting between at 11 grand. So they're telling you to buy it then, and it might, you know what I mean? It's articles like this and being pumped out from pieces of shit like Goldman Sachs is absolutely unbelievable. And the fact that we've got cryptocurrency writers even putting the words Goldman Sachs anywhere in cryptocurrency, they should be smacked. None of this deserves to be in this market. They've done nothing for this market except for suppress it. And again, like we've always said, banks like these guys are accumulating Bitcoin in the background, and they're purposely pumping out the FUD so people will get out there and believe what they're saying. You imagine how many people were buying at $11,000 yesterday and just watched the price tank by $1,000? Absolutely ridiculous. All right, so let's get on to our next article, and this one is over usethebitcoin.com. And I like this. Look at this article. Was updated on July the 29th. And then you'll see it in the breaking news here. Ripple XRP price prediction for 2019. Experts take, and 3 reasons we could see a $5 Ripple fucking price. XRP in 2019. Okay, so whoever wrote this one, editor's choice, you need to be fired to even say Ripple's going to get, or XRP, my apologies, to $5. You're on something. You either own a lot of it, and you're going to sell it to all these poor people, sticking it in their 20-30 cent range. So XRP, the third largest digital asset in the market, is currently experiencing a massive fall of almost 10% in the last 24 hours. This is according to data provided by CoinMarketCap. In a day of which digital currencies are operating with larger price losses, the virtual currency has dropped under its long-term support of 28 cents. Okay, so anyways, how do you just had an article from 2 weeks ago, and you're talking about a $5 coin, but yet now you update it where it's dropping back to 28 cents. Absolutely ridiculous. And again, we've always said you got to do your own research. You need to be responsible for yourself as an individual investor in this space, and you can't be listening to a guy like me or a guy that's got 400,000 subs, because you know what? Nobody knows. We are not in control of anything. The amount of money that we put into this market is minimal, and when the backdoor buggers on Wall Street, all these guys are making the news, you know that it's all false, and it's not possible whatsoever. So let's get on to our next one. We got 3 more articles here for you guys before I really start to bitch things out. These next 3 are over at cointelegraph.com. Coinbase defends against the Bitcoin Cash lawsuits from users. The case is still ongoing. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, launched in 2012, is considered to be one of the largest exchanges in the United States and the most trusted. However, an alleged wrongdoing back in December of 2017 caused a long court procedure, which the outcome is still vague and very uncertain. Okay, so when this came out, and again, I don't care if you get pissed at me. I always appreciate the articles or the comments on the whole bit. But I have said since day one, the original Bitcoin should be the only Bitcoin there is. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond. All these things are fucking brand ripoff, pieces of shit, all from fucking billionaires, millionaires, whatever they are, all money grabbing little bitches. And if their projects are so good, I don't care if your TPS is better. I don't care if your service is better. If you are so much better than Bitcoin, why do you got to use the Bitcoin's name? And everyone's going to come out and say, well, for marketing. Yeah, you know what? Tell me where you see a McDonald's Satoshi Vision or a McDonald's Cash, a Walmart Cash, a Walmart Vision. You know why? Because it's called brand ripoff and it's completely illegal. And again, everything other than the OG Bitcoin should be run to fucking zero. And if you're one of those people that support Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi Vision, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond, you should be really fucking ashamed of yourself, because now you see what it does to markets like this, because people cannot trust it. And if new people in this space are coming in late 19 and early 2020 and they can't trust anything, they're not going to put money into it. So if any of these companies were smart whatsoever, they would rebrand, lose the Bitcoin name, and come out on their own and actually try to make a go of it. Absolutely brutal. Next one we got over here goes right to where I'm talking about. Again, over at Cointelegraph.com. BitMessage developer Craig Wright faked documents on the Bitcoin creation. This is just from a couple of hours ago. Per a court document released on August 13, Warren testified in the course of an ongoing lawsuit against Wright filed by the estate of David Kleeman, who was a cybersecurity expert who many believe to be one of the first developers behind Bitcoin and its technology. It tells me that something has been faked. Either the date has been faked or the screenshot has been faked, because BitMessage wasn't even released in the back of 2012. Again, I've said it since day one. This guy is an absolute fucking phony, and the fact that he was the only smart move he ever made was to file his paperwork to claim it. So then everybody would have to come and prove that they were Satoshi, not that he had to prove himself. The whole world knows that Satoshi Nakamoto, my personal opinion, is that it's still a group of people. Bitcoin is so impressive for one single person to be able to develop that with the game strategy, the mathematics. I personally find it to be virtually impossible. But you know what? You put a handful of really smart computer scientists together and a bunch of programmers together like that, at that level of intelligence, that's how Bitcoin itself to me, was created itself, right? Oh, sorry, just having a cigarette here. Okay, here's a scary one, again, over at Cointelegraph. This one is just out. Researchers find Monero mining malware that hides from Task Manager. Cybersecurity company Veranos has discovered a new cryptojacking virus dubbed Norman that aims to mine the cryptocurrency Monero and evade detection. There's a couple of posts here. This discovery indicates a bigger trend of commodity malware evolving to mask a darker purpose and will force a change in a way cybersecurity professionals classify, investigate, and protect themselves from threats. So this is something you should come and check out. I don't do any of this stuff like that, but if you're somebody that's mining Monero, you might want to come and check these things out, because that is just beyond dangerous, and who knows what's actually going to go on with that. Now let's get on to our market here. We see Bitcoin sitting at 10,078. Our overall market is now sitting at 264 billion, as the entire August month still continually looks gross. And now I wanted to get on to my absolute bitch of the week, which is right here. So we see Icon absolutely pumping all day today, right? But then when you want to come on, you want to click on the Icon. We're going to click on the markets. And as you can see, what I've said this whole time, I still believe by the end of 2020, Huobi will be the #1 exchange on the entire planet. As you can see, Binance continues to suppress prices all over the board. And for me, I'm getting sick and tired of it. I haven't seen anybody else come out and bitch about this, but it goes into Crypto Conspiracy 1005 for me. I firmly believe Binance has so many of its own robots protecting and suppressing prices, and every time you see an actual inflection in price on the Binance platform, the price has been suppressed so low. All they're doing is trading out their own customers in order to make more profit for themselves. So as you can see on the actual price itself, where is everything? Where is the price of Icon actually going up today? Only on the Huobi and CoinTiger sites. Where is Binance? Way down here. Okay, so the other thing we wanted to come and check out today to show this was Ethereum. We wanted to know, we talked about it for the last couple of videos, if the price of Bitcoin slid back, would Ethereum's volume ramp up? And now we see Ethereum's volume was only at 5.8 billion last video. Now we see it back up. So again, for people that don't understand, what you do is just put $1 and then divide it by the price, and that tells you the amount of Satoshis it takes to actually make $1. So every time the price comes back on Bitcoin or Ethereum, there are more sats to actually be traded. So now here we'll check markets on here as well. We'll check price. And again, where do we see Binance? Okay, so there's about the top 20, 25 right there. Do you see Binance anywhere on there? No. So again, I firmly believe Binance has got so many bloody trading robots. They purposely suppress the price to below an even acceptable price, and they try to suck people in with a little bit of a percentage. And when that little percent, if you're those guys that watch it like I do, and you see when you put on a buy or a sell order, there's instantly something that absolutely comes and crushes pretty much your order or your buy on that spot. So anyways, I could probably keep bitching forever here, but you know what? We want to try and stay positive for everybody. Again, I really believe Binance is really starting to get into that scammy mode, and when these other exchanges actually start giving transactions for free and start doing more lockup periods the way KuCoin is doing right now, we'll start to see a lot of these other exchanges finally take over Binance, and eventually Binance is either going to get caught in the scam or they're going to get buried with less volume at some point. So on the good news, we have been asked 3 times now. Once I was asked to do a review on this company here, Bomb, and when I did Bomb, they were sitting somewhere right in here in June. They were sitting around that $9, $10 mark. Now you see Bomb sitting at $2.49. Now why did I hate this piece of shit so much? Bomb is a social experiment and financial case study. So if this is a study and an experiment, why the fuck is there any money going into this? When it's an experiment and a study, you're supposed to go and do it in your lab, in wherever you're testing your shit. And when your product has been tested and revamped and then it's ready for the market, you use the experiment in order to fucking gain traction afterwards. And now you see most of the market, the market is taking a beating. Most prices have absolutely gone backwards in the last 18 to 20 months, 90, 95%. But this thing has lost 80% in the last 6 weeks. So that tells you Bomb is a total piece of shit and another one that should be wiped right out of the market. So coming up this weekend, I've been asked to review Apollo Currency, APL. Let's go have a look at APL. We're not going to do it right now because I want to do some more homework on this one. APL, one of my favorite new projects. I had done a top 40 project or 40 coins in early June, and where I thought we see Apollo sitting in the 167 spot right now. I had predicted by the end of 2019, so in the next 3.5 months, I predicted that Apollo Currency, without a review, would actually make the top 100. Looking really good so far. And the other project I was asked to have a look into was Quant, QNT. This one I'm not very familiar with, but I'm going to do a lot of study on it. And we see this one sitting ranked at 65 right now. So this weekend sometime, this being Wednesday, I'm not sure if I'll do it Friday, but Saturday or Sunday for sure, I'll do an Apollo review. I will do a Quant review. And we're also going to do another Faucet video, because the only benefit of the market going backwards right now is with all of these low prices, the lower the price, the higher the reward when you do a Faucet right now. For me, I personally do not own any Digibyte in my own. Let's get it up here, Digibyte. I don't own any Digibyte in my real life money portfolio, but I absolutely hammer this thing in my Faucet videos right now, and I'm getting up to about 1,000 Digibyte. I know it's not a lot, but you know what? When something is when the price goes backwards and I can get 16, 17 million Satoshis of Digibyte just to say I'm not a robot or to let an ad run in the window, why wouldn't you load up on all the free FR? Yes, it is free. All you need is an internet connection, and you just let some ads run in separate windows. It's really not hard, to be honest with you. But anyways, that's all I wanted to come out and say. It was just I needed to get some of this off my chest. I'm just so sick and tired of people supporting brand ripoff, intellectual rights ripoff, and then they come onto all of these social media forums and they talk about how their Bitcoin Cash and their Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, and it's so much better than everything else, and everybody else is so stupid. Now, you guys that are supporting these brand ripoff projects, the guy's been nailed in court so many times. And you know what? I used to be a Roger Ver fan back in the day. But you know what? When human greed takes over and you see the childish antics of people when they're already rich, and rich just isn't enough, and they just need to have that extra power to go around smack people with, which Roger Ver does right now, is absolutely, you don't even hear him in the market anymore because his project's getting absolutely crushed too, right? But still, brand ripoff, rights property, intellectual rights property ripoff. There's so many more things. Again, ask yourself the simple question: where do you see? Where's McDonald's competitor? Do you see a McDonald's number 2, a McDonald's Cash? No, you don't. Do you see a Walmart Cash or a Walmart? There's a reason the real world opposes that. Is because you're ripping somebody else's off. You're ripping them off, and it just simply. I wish the crypto market would just seriously dummy up already, run those fucking projects right down to zero, and just put it into Bitcoin and Ethereum already. There ain't much more I can honestly come out and say right now. I was really pissed off when I seen some of those articles, because when I've commented on BCH and BCV in the past, people come out and chew me apart, and the battles inside of the Reddit rooms with these things, they all hate Bitcoin, but they'll support brand ripoff, and they'll support a guy that's already been proven false in court multiple times. He's made a fool of himself on television how many times? How can you fucking support ripoff? Plain and simple. That's all there is to it, people. So anyways, ain't got much more to come out and say. Oh, the other, again, Goldman Sachs, another scumbag ripoff fucking company. Buy the dip now at 11K. Put it out in the news. Buy the dip. Our Elliott wave says it's going up to whatever. Then you see a day later, the price tanks $1,000 fucking dollars. People need to wake up. You got to get people over. Share them. I know I curse. I know I don't got the greatest graphics. I know I don't pop up like everybody else. You know what? I'm never going to do that. I'm not here to please the masses. I'm here to show people the pitfalls of scumbags and the many ways that the crypto market is still getting bludgeoned by absolute idiots, people that have no idea what they're talking about, but they'll spend 5 minutes on their fucking phone and jumping into Telegram and into Reddit onto Twitter, and they just bullshit out of their asshole. Same as the politics. You know, I don't even want to get into that. But anyways, make sure you come back this weekend. Fill up the comment section. I'm going to start doing some more homework on Apollo. I'll do some more homework on Quant, QNT. Forgive me, I haven't done very many reviews, but if you go back to my June video and see my bomb review, and it's spot on the money. It's a piece of shit that's lost 80% in literally 7 to 8 weeks when the rest of the market hasn't even lost 70 to 80%. So anyways, we ain't got much more. I need to go have a cigarette and chill out outside, and then we'll start doing some homework for this weekend. So if you're interested in earning free money, just go to any of my Faucet videos. I show multiple payouts. Anything that I haven't been paid out for, we've called it out on the channel as well. But for me right now, we're doing paid to clicks. We're earning about 100 to 125,000 Bitcoin Satoshis every month by running the crypto tab browser and simply running some paid to click ads. And again, the paid to click ads are while you're watching something else anyway. So that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully everybody's doing very well. Be careful, be safe. Make sure you're comfortable with every decision you make in this market. And this is 88 showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.